imagination and fantasy. Yeah. There's so much imagination, there's so much fantasy and flair. Imagination and flair, lack a bit of imagination, fantasy, imagination and fantasy. Yeah. There's so much imagination, with so much fantasy and flair. Imagination and flair, lack a bit of imagination and fantasy.
Yeah, it's just... All right, good evening.
Good evening.
It's episode 22, no, 23.
23, yes.
I don't know what episode it is now, but we're joined by another guest.
Ashely Maynard-Brewer from Charlton Athletic. Welcome, Ash.
Thank you for having me.
No worries, no worries. We're still getting used to the Skype edition of the podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre, isn't it?
Very, very.
It's really taken the production value like a massive hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do prefer being in person, but you know.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, you just need to stay at home.
That's right. Ash, what have you been doing in ISO at the moment?
Not too much, to be honest. A lot of backyard cricket because football got punctured. So, yeah, what a backyard cricket set, and that's all I've been doing for the past week or so.
Not bad, not bad. Joe, what about yourself?
I've just been working from home last 2 weeks.
Have you been productive?
I think I have been extremely.
Oh, really?
It's just very lonely at home. So like usually there's quite a bit of office banter going around and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the moment,
Trent?
yeah.
I've got nothing else to do but uni, but I have no motivation now to do it. Like I'll sit down to do a lecture,
right.
and it'll take me like 4 hours when it could really take me like 2. I just get distracted. Yeah. Not good.
Like, have you noticed your coffee intake go up like while staying at home?
Oh, big time. We've got this like really nice coffee machine, so it's just 4 or 5 a day, easy.
Yeah,
I just have one in the morning
as well.
I don't know.
Will get yourself going.
So, yeah, no, I just have one in the morning, and then because I have it with milk, double shot cappuccino, and then I'm good to go.
That's why you're not productive, like doing your uni stuff, because you just have one coffee.
I'm not tired though.
It doesn't matter if you're not tired. You just need to just have a coffee anyway.
You reckon?
See, like I have my first one when I wake up around like 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll have one at 10 o'clock.
Wait, so you wake up 7:30, have a coffee, then do 20 push-ups, then go to work? Is that correct?
Actually, yeah. So this is my coffee routine. So I'll wake up.
So it's schedule, a strict timetable.
Yeah. like you have like a tight training schedule. I have a tight coffee schedule.
Nice.
So yeah, wake up like 7:40. I'll have my first coffee. Then 10 o'clock in the morning. Then 1 o'clock, which is usually after lunch, and then 1 at 3 p.m. Like to get me across the finish line at work.
I think that's an unhealthy.
That's an unhealthy habit.
Schedule.
What do you guys study or do for work?
Joe, tell us.
I do like tax work, so for cook for companies and all that. So yeah, I just started, which is it's a big learning curve, but it's good fun.
Yeah. Nice. I'm studying data science and finance, so
wow.
Very, very, very interesting.
I've no clue what that would encompass, but
Not many people do.
And what do you do, Ash?
Play football in the UK, and I do a bit of study on the side, just online, a little personal training course. Mainly because you have so much time off as a footballer. You train from like 9 to about 1, and then the rest of the day's yours. Yeah. And especially when you're living away, you got nothing to do except sit at home watching TV. So yeah, try to be a little bit productive.
Yeah, that's good. I know a lot of players get into it. Have you ever streamed gaming? I know lots of players.
I got a few too many head injuries when there was a season when I just turned 18 where I got like 3 head injuries in a short space of time.
Oh, really?
And that killed my gaming career. Yeah.
Were they just contact with like just going out for?
Yeah, it was like a one-on-one, just coming out to field myself, and the ball would just whack me in the head. And a few weeks out. Just sitting at home doing nothing. So couldn't really play too much FIFA after that.
So tell us now. So obviously you're living in England, playing with Dover on loan from Charlton, and now sort of the whole Peroni pandemic has stopped you, and have you moved back to Australia? Is it just temporary? Just temporary, or so? What's like the club? What's going on with your living at the moment?
I was meant to do my rehab because I've just injured my ankle recently, just before the Peroni pandemic.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I think when it all kind of went to shit, they just said, "Get yourself home. It looks like we're gonna be out of action for a while." So I managed to catch one of the last flights home. Was a little
really
bit
good.
costly, but yeah, got here and I've just been chilling for the last 8-9 days or so.
Did you get the direct flight from London, the 18-hour one, or you had to stop off in like Doha or
No,
Qatar?
I stopped off in Doha.
Yeah.
The non-stop one was crazy expensive, so
Did you see Shane Lowry when you were in Doha?
I didn't. Well, yeah, I watched the last episode. He's playing Qatar now, isn't
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like earning $1 billion a week or something.
I
Yeah.
don't know if, if that's his exact wage, Joe.
he? But yeah, I'm assuming he's on good money.
It'd be in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Trent, I think I need to stream a service soon.
Oh, do you, Joe? What?
I think I do.
Well, Joe, if you do need to, our sponsor has got you covered. Streamgate Australia, a premium live streaming service in Australia. Loads of different features, how you can monetize your event. Different audio tracks, different languages, incorporate sponsors on all different types of social media, and lots of other features there if you want to stream an event. The studio is 5 minutes from Sydney. Big up to Dennis Fernandez. When we're in Sydney next, Joe, we will visit the studio. I'm looking forward to this because we'll be like news announcers sitting on.
Yeah,
that
I'm not sure he'd let you in with that Western Sydney top in. So
Yeah, it's a cool top though.
It is $20 from 10 or 20 from Jim.
Is
Kingston.
it? Wait, is it a knockoff?
No, it's the real one. Like they
Oh, what a deal!
usually like they just sell the kits from the previous year hell cheap. So
Oh,
the one
right.
in Hay Street, King Street.
there's one in Harbour Town, one in the city. They're still open as well somehow.
Are they?
serious?
Yeah, because like friend of the show, Adam Carlino works there, and yeah, somehow, yeah,
I need to go
Yeah,
in and
works
see if they've
on
got any. They never have Wellington or Mariners kits. I really want one. Next one I gotta go.
Why?
it was like
Because
one
they're nice
season,
kits.
Serious?
like one season they had like every team's shorts for like $10,
Oh,
like
it's the
with
dream.
pockets as well. They were perfect.
Oh, unreal. What
Sure.
what top do you have on, Joe?
I've got a Hellas Verona top. It's one of the smaller clubs in Italy. I think yeah, they're in Serie A at the moment, but
Oh, nice.
Two sponsors. I see, Joe.
they've got 2 sponsors on the front of the shirt, which you don't see too often. So yeah, they got like that bunch and like Fraser Marshall.
Fraser.
Yeah, no.
Ash, what top have you got on? I like
I
it.
got Kaiser Chiefs, South African team based in Johannesburg.
That's
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
like
yeah,
he doesn't
was,
like the Bacchus. Oh, we're,
what's that?
we're going shocking for this today.
What's that? Yeah, oh, sorry. We'll chime in at once.
No,
Alright, Trent,
Kieran
you go.
Backus plays for them, I think.
I don't have a clue who that is.
Yeah, one of the Bacchus brothers does.
All right. I haven't really kept up with my A-League as much, being over in the UK. I've seen
I
Glory
think
been a bit up and down.
Yeah, I think we're barely. Well, there's nothing to keep up with now, but
I think Glory might go under.
Yeah, they're spending shitloads, aren't they?
Yeah.
Laid off all their players.
Yeah, like that's happened to like heaps of clubs now as well. So
I think
Yeah.
seven.
like there won't be an A-League next year. No, like there probably will be, but
Yeah, they might not be in AFL next year. Or this year, sorry.
Yeah, I
don't
think this year
there'll just be no sport.
Yeah, it's crap.
Well, I
Just
think
been
we
watching
really
old
need
cricket reruns.
we
Not
really need
good.
Optus to buy the A League because I think Fox Sports are going to pull out, which is not good.
Yeah, because Fox Sports haven't paid their last installment to like the clubs and all that, which is like 17 billion or however much it is. But who I'm hoping gets the deal is not Optus Sport, but DAZN. That's like DAZN. They have like they're big in like Italy and the USA, and they're like a sports streaming service. And I'm low-key hoping they get it.
Have they made a bid for it?
There's rumors about it, so I think Fox Sports won't renew their contract with the A-League, so it'll either be like Optus or DAZN, and I'm hoping DAZN gets it because it would just be good to see like a new like competitor enter the industry, which I think would be better for output and efficiency.
Output and efficiency.
Oh.
Yeah, because
So proper.
efficient raises the standard. That's my
So
opinion, at least.
My thing is, what happens to Mark Bosnich? Because I want the whole Fox Sports panel to move to.
Oh, 100%. Bozza keeps it going. This is so funny. Simon Hill and Andy Harper.
I think those are the only ones,
Unreal.
though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Ned Zelic has got to get on the commentary still, surely.
He's doing work for Optus, I think, now, or
Is
he
he?
was.
yeah. I
Because he was
think
doing like Champions League games.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so they like fly him out to like wherever in Europe, and he just like be there. Or I don't know what he does now.
He did like a few documentaries, which one was very good, it was on Borussia Dortmund.
But
He'd be great to have on the podcast.
have you seen Ned Zellich's like Twitter though?
No, I don't have Twitter.
He's like very deep into like conspiracy theories, and like he's always tweeting about like Donald Trump and fake news.
He's getting politically involved. I love it.
But yeah, some of the stuff he tweets though, yeah, it's very strange. But no, as long as I don't know, he's happy. Then,
I'd love to pick his mind on the podcast though.
I reckon his IQ would be like so high.
You reckon?
I think so.
You reckon? Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right, Ash, we're going to throw it over to you. And we want to know about how you're playing at ECU Joondalup in Australia, and how your sort of move to England began, and how you got your first professional contract. So tell us a little bit about, in a nutshell, how that sort of all happened.
Well, I went to ECU when I was about 12, 13. And there was the goalie coach there at the time. He used to play at Charlton. His name was Andy Pedersen. He played like 80 games for Charlton, fair bit for Portsmouth. He had a really good career. And I just did training with him. And I went over to visit family in the UK for about a week or two. And he got me into training at Charlton for a week, and had a good trial there. I think I was about 13, 14 at the time. They signed me, and then kept playing at ECU from 14 to 16, and then just before my 16th birthday, went over to the UK.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So where is Charlton in the UK?
South East London. Our rivals with Millwall.
Oh, that's awesome. Fuck, I thought they were like in the Midlands or something.
No. So yeah, it's a half decent area. I've got a place with a few other boys in South East London, so you can have a good weekend uptown. And
Yeah, like you were saying, your roommates are from Peckham.
Yeah, I live with a French bloke, Algerian French guy named Was, and 2 guys from Peckham.
Shout outs to Was and the 2 guys from Peckham.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll tune in. I'll give it a shout, me and stuff. I'm sure they'll tune in.
We actually get a few viewers from the UK.
Yeah.
So he goes like Australia's our biggest, then like New Zealand, then like the UK, then like Japan, and like USA.
Sokkah podcast is taking off. Love it.
Yeah, so Sokkah Pod International, as I like to call it, but slowly we're taking over.
So Ash, how's it been training with like? So when was your first team debut? When did you make that?
It was when I was 19. So last year, the 2018-19 season. It was just in a small checker trade trophy match.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it was against Swansea under 23s.
All right, cool.
I had a head injury 2 weeks before, and my first session back was the day before the game. And I got told that day that I was going to be playing. So obviously, was proper nervous. I think I slept about 2 hours before that game.
Oh, no.
We only lost 1-0. I did all right.
Like
so cool.
You've mentioned like your head injuries a few times. Have you ever considered like the Petacek helmet?
I did, but the physios weren't too keen on it. They said it doesn't make
really?
too much of a difference. They said it just gives you like a false sense of confidence.
Like I think I'd rather that, like having that false sense of confidence, than not having it though.
Yeah, and then I think about 6 months after my last head injury, I broke my nose, so I wore this big like white mask. And
the Batman goggles, the Batman.
Yeah, and I went on loan to my first conference team with the mask on. And the thing about the conferences, there's you don't get the big crowd, so the guys behind your goal, you hear exactly what they say. So I was coughing it a fair bit.
Could you choose a black mask, or was it only white?
No, it was like white. It wasn't good.
Shit. So have you been you had a few head injuries, have you been sort of injuries wise throughout your career, and how's your ankle injury at the moment?
I don't know. I've my first 2 years as an apprentice from 16 to 18, I was completely injury free, and then my first year as a professional, I had dead injuries, and then second year I broke my nose, and then this season came the ankle injury, the syndesmosis tear. But besides that, not too many. But of the grand scheme of things, I wouldn't say I'm too injury prone.
We were talking to Shane Lowry about his injuries, and he said to us, like, ever since he changed like to a pescatarian diet, he's been like injury free, and that's been the best thing for him.
Oh, serious? There was the big craze with the Game Changers documentary.
With like a plant-based diet.
Yeah, so not gonna lie, I gave it a shot for a few months. Loads of the guys in the team gave it a shot. Everyone only lasted a few months. What's that?
That's pretty like committed for like a few months. Like I'd do it for like 2 days and be like, nah, I can't do this.
Yeah. No, I've lost loads of weight, so I thought, nah, no thanks. Wasn't keen.
I don't know if the pescatarian diet would save Ash from head injuries though.
No, I think that's just bad luck.
Yeah, the soft tissue kind. But yeah. So how has been training with like the other goalkeepers at Charlton, and how much have you sort of learned from them?
We've had some really good young English goalies the years that I've been involved. We had Nick Pope, who's obviously the big man at Burnley now. Declan Rudd, who's the first team goalie at Preston. Dill Phillips, who's the current number one. Ben Amos, who was at Man U. So in the 5 years I've been there now, I've had some really good goalies to learn off. You can kind of see all of them a little bit different in their styles and the way they kind of go out preparing and even playing. But yeah, some good goalies to learn off.
That's really cool. How has the goalkeeping coach been? The coach has been there as well.
It was Andy Marshall. He was at Villa, Millwall, Norwich. He's a good guy, and he knows the game quite well.
Have you seen like a big difference in like the conference, like before Brexit and after Brexit, in the play styles of the teams?
Not really. No, there's still like I've been to I think 4 conference teams now, and it's like a very English dominated change room, and there's just like the 2 foreigners who kind of chill in the corner.
Yeah.
but no,
like what's the canteen like in those like what's the canteen like in those very like Britain clubs? Is it like shepherd's pie, chips and gravy, potatoes, chips and gravy?
Oh, you mean the food? I thought you meant like the people.
No, the food. Nah.
I don't know. Charlton is quite well done. The food's obviously very healthy and stuff, but at the conference teams, it's like jacket potatoes and beans, very English stuff.
What are the grounds like in the conference, and like are they big, small? How's the field? Is it some fields really shit?
Horrendous. You get a lot of grounds which are just like terrible. Like the grass would like move as you're planting to take the goal kick.
Oh no.
And like the grounds are small, so in like the big stadiums you get a bit of wind cover, and in these small grounds there's like a lot of them are on like a slant, small stands, big proper English geezers behind your goal who are just slugging you off the entire match. It's definitely an experience.
Yeah.
It's not what I thought I left, the suburbs of Western Australia for, but it was still good fun.
What sort of have you got one ground that stands out that was just horrendous?
Oh, there's a few. I was at Chelmsford, a team in Essex.
Yeah.
And it's a big ground with like a Olympic track around it, which suited the game plan perfectly because, obviously if you have like a small stadium, you can get the ball back into play quite quickly. But with this Olympic track, when we played kick it head at football, you could just smash out the ground and slow it down for a few minutes before the ball finally get back in.
No ball boys.
That's what I like to call proper Brexit football.
Brexit football, yeah. That's the one.
But yeah, like talking about like your shittest grounds you've played at, you've also been to Wembley though with Charlton. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So that was like the promotion game, or you're probably better at explaining it.
Yeah, it was the League One player final. So yeah, obviously the top 2 go up, and then third, fourth, fifth, and sixth play in the playoffs. Finals at Wembley, and yeah, we played Sunderland.
Oh, they're like
Obviously,
proper dog shit now.
yeah, well, there's the season 2 of Sunderland Till I Die, which would probably explain it even better.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
do you make an appearance in that?
I made like like a slight appearance in the background when we were celebrating the winner.
I've seen this. Someone
Have
made a
you?
story of it. Someone, who was it? Was it like Hudson Heron made a story?
Oh, yeah,
story
yeah,
of you
Hudson,
walking
yeah.
in the background.
Yeah, I wasn't even on the bench. I just did the warm up and was a part of the team, which is obviously unreal. Yeah, managed to get an appearance in a TV show, so lovely jubbly.
Because was that like the playoff to go into League One?
No, yeah, the championship.
Oh, the champ. Oh shit. Fuck.
Yeah,
It's like, how many people were at Wembley? Like, what was the crowd like for a game?
it was sold out.
Fuck.
So yeah, half the stadium full of Northerners, and yeah, Charlton sold out their away end.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was
Now,
crazy.
Do all the conference teams you played in play 4-4-2?
Yeah, flat 4-4-2.
And big
There's always that like big 6 foot plus striker who just holds it up.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've loved my conference zones. They've been unreal.
Yeah, that would
Literally,
be.
all I have to do is catch it, save a shot, smack it long.
Pump it in the corners.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've also got your transfer market profile up, Ash.
Check that out. Enlighten me.
Yeah, it says your worth is £50,000. What do you say to that? I can put it there to show you.
That's euros. That's euros.
Yeah, it's
Joe,
pounds.
Kind of
Pounds or
dodgy.
euros?
Joe, that's euros. Joe, you study finance. You should probably know that.
Yeah, that's worrying.
Mate, tomatoes and potatoes, whatever.
Joe, could you buy? Do you want to invest in Ash? Do you reckon the
At
podcast
the
can
moment,
buy
I
him?
don't think I can.
Okay.
How can you invest in someone?
We'll buy into your contract.
Oh, that'd be nice.
So yeah, like 50,000 euros. Do you think that's a fair price on your hands, Ash? Or
Yeah, I'd say so. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's someone's yearly salary. You know.
True. Now, Ash, on FIFA 19. So how tall are you actually? We want to know, just so we set the record straight.
Yeah, 6'2".
6'2". Okay, they had you at 5'7". I don't know how you can get that drastically so wrong.
I think there is a keeper who's ever been 5'7".
Yeah, that's right.
You know, Charlton, when I was 14 and first signed, they put something in the contract saying if you don't go to 6 foot by the time you turn 16, we don't have to sign you. So they put a lot of emphasis on how tall you are.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'd be
So
shitting
for
myself.
FIFA to put me as 5'7", come on. Great.
Wow, I mean, I understand from their perspective, but that is extremely harsh. But so how tall? Were you like a tall 14-year-old at the time?
I was up 5'8", so I was really concerned.
Shit.
That's terrifying. Like, imagine if you're like 5'11" with like a month to go until like you need to reach like 6 foot. I'd be crapping my pants.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm 182, so I'm 1 centimeter off 6 foot. So
Yeah. It was a bit overboard, but I guess you can see why they did it.
you'd probably have to like grow an afro to extend your height if you were just on the border.
Yeah. Get a perm in.
Like with goalkeepers, why is there such like an emphasis on being tall?
Oh no, I think that's just a stereotypical English goalie, to be tall, big, kind of command your box, have some presence, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because like you can be say like shorter than that and like still be like agile and like
Yeah.
reflexes
See a
would
lot
be
of like,
amazing,
I guess European keepers and even some Australian keepers who are shorter and they're technically better with their feet, and they kind of influence the game in different ways.
Yeah, because like if Matt Ryan's isn't he like one of the shorter goalkeepers?
Yeah,
going
he's
around?
just 5'11", 6 foot,
Yeah.
but he's rock star.
Yeah, even like Vukovic as well. I think he's pretty short as well.
Yeah, he might be just 6.
Yeah.
My head. So Ash, playing in England, what's the emphasis like on? Is there no emphasis at all playing the ball with your feet and sort of getting distributed out front back?
At Charlton, there's a big emphasis on playing out and being good with your feet and being kind of like a tidy modern goalkeeper.
Yeah, as you'd expect.
Yeah, I guess with the lower leagues, it's different story. You don't have as much money. People are kind of playing for their next contract. Yeah. So there's a bigger emphasis on winning, a bit more kind of pressure surrounding that. So yeah, you wouldn't be taking as many risks.
Yeah, for sure. So how's that adjustment been going from Charlton to some of those conference teams, and how your mindset and your approach?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I find I've kind of been able to adapt quite quickly. I've always had good communication with my the two goalkeeper coaches at Charlton. Andy Marshall, I said before, and Darren Ibrahim, who played most of his career in the conference. Mm-hmm. So they've kind of been able to talk me through it. I've always had my games filmed so I can analyse them later on.
That's really good.
So it's I know it's a tricky one, but I found I could adapt pretty quickly.
Okay, have you lined up against like any big names in the conference and like League Two and League One?
I don't think so. I think you have like those strikers and the players in the conference that are very well known in that league, but who are very effective and good players, but aren't very well known.
Because a lot of those conference teams were, I had a look. Some of them were in Division 2 for quite a while, and some of them are in Division 1, I think. So a lot of them would have quite a decent history about them.
My first away game with Dover was Stockport County, and I think like 10, 11 years prior they were in the Championship playing against Charlton, and now they're in the conference. But it's crazy how quick some of these teams go up and go down.
Yeah, for sure. Ash, talk us through your Australian experience. So you've played a little bit with the under 20s and under 23s. What camps were you involved in?
And my first camp was in Spain with the under 23s. It was when I was a second year scholar. But I've known the Aussie goalie coach Tony Franken. Him being Perth based as well. So I've always had I guess quite good communication with him. And I think that camp was more just to see what I was like. It wasn't really to be a part of that under 23s team. It was more for me to get involved and get used to being in that environment. And then I think it was 6 months later I went with the under 19s to Doha. Played a few games there. I think made a good impression. Came back, and then the following year away to Qatar as well in preparation for the Olympic team. Did well there, and then came back looking to go away to the Asian Championship, the qualifiers in January. But unfortunately, I was on the bench for Charlton at the time, so it was kind of in both best interest for me to stay at Charlton and be involved there.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I've unfortunately never played a competitive game for Australia, but hopefully in the near future.
It's on its way.
I can see it.
Like with like being like a pro and all that, what's it like having like an agent and all that?
I don't know. I guess now I'm kind of more used to it, but I did feel a bit of a flashy fucker sometimes when I'd say like, I just got off the phone with my agent. You know?
Like, if you want your agent to do something for you, like, will he do it?
Not really. I think that's a stereotype. They're not your bitch boy. They're like they know what they're doing. Mine's like an old, like northern bloke, strong Yorkshire guy. He was the old Sheffield Wednesday goalie coach. There's no way I'd be telling him to, do
make
this and
me
that.
A coffee.
Yeah, no chance. It'd be in the reverse.
Yeah. There's a serious market I know for being a player agent. Some of them make absolutely stupid money. Especially at the very top level. I think it's something I've got to get into. I don't know how.
Yeah, I reckon you wouldn't be too bad at that, Trent.
I'll try. I might speak to Bruce GT, Joe. Can you give me his LinkedIn?
I
I'll
think I
send
have
him
him on LinkedIn. Yeah, I can.
Wait, is Bruce Gute a player agent now?
So, what's his role, Joe?
He's the technical director at Adelaide, I think.
Okay.
Or the director of football. He's something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an agent.
He's just a good businessman, I reckon. He's,
You know who is an agent though? Yusuf Hersey.
Is he?
Who
Yeah.
is that?
He used to play for the Wanderers and the Glory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Small
he played
world.
like 2 games for Glory and like his knees blew up.
No, he snapped his hammy, didn't he?
I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, he's the Dutch bloke. He's Dutch, isn't he?
Yeah, but no, he's an agent. Yeah, because I think I added him on LinkedIn as well.
Where was he based? Over east or in Perth?
I think he's back in the Netherlands. I think.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he
Just
could.
saying, if you're a player agent in Perth, you wouldn't be making too much money, would
Yeah,
you?
you'd have like 2 clients, hey.
Did he play in the? Yusuf Hersey play in the A-League All-Star game?
I think he did. Yeah, I think it was named in it when he first signed for Glory.
Oh, I've got a signed All-Stars jersey.
Do
I think
you?
My dad got it, yeah.
Oh,
Hey, do you want me to grab it?
Yeah, go on, grab it.
2 seconds.
Because who was asking about the All-Star jersey on our Twitter?
Yeah, someone did ask. Because I'm pretty sure they were at Jim Kidd at one point.
They definitely were.
I just missed the boat completely.
Got
Oh,
that.
yes.
Yeah, have a butchers. Have a look.
Oh, the
Oh.
Telstra.
Yeah, look, I'll try to get All-Stars. Oh, focus. No,
Focus.
ain't got it. Yeah. I don't
That's
know
so
where
sick.
Dad got that from, but
Who's it signed by? Do you know? Just
I'll
like
try to pick out some of the signatures.
because
That would have been like Del Piero
Yeah.
and all that. That was that All-Star team.
Thomas Broish.
Yeah, I don't have a clue. These signatures don't give me nothing. Sorry, fellas.
That's right.
But
So,
well,
go ahead, Joe.
do you know which other clients your agent has? Like, does he have like any big names on his books or?
I think so. Yeah, it's quite a well-known agency.
Yeah, shit. It says on your transfer market account like Valenti. Is it that one?
It was. I changed
Exclusive switch.
a year ago.
Yes. So yeah.
As if they got that info. Where are they getting this information from?
Yeah. Like, firstly, it has like the wrong value for how much you're worth. And then yeah, Valenti that like.
Oh, cheers, Joe.
Well, it says your height's 1 meter. It says your height here is 1 meter 87. Is that true still?
Yeah.
It's 190.
Oh,
And then you change that as well.
Not
We may as well
bad.
check like all of these details as well. Date of
Yeah.
birth June 25, 99. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Citizenship Australia
And England, yep.
and England. Yeah. Height's wrong. Position goalkeeper.
it's correct.
That's right,
Oh,
yeah.
actually, you made it debatable, but
Although I did
contact
have one
next
good
month.
session as a striker, and
It says contract expires 30 of June 2021.
yeah,
Um,
good info.
agent is wrong.
Agents
and-
wrong.
Yeah, that's all the details we got there.
Yeah, hopefully that after people see this podcast, they'll put it right.
Yeah, like,
I'll update it.
we'll
Yeah.
tag this.
Yeah, we can link it. Now, Ash, do you have any anything crazy you do as a pre-game meal or pre-game prep, night before, morning before?
Nothing like overly superstitious. I just
Yeah.
overly stressed, lose sleep, have a lot of coffee, get really hyped. But yeah, no, I make sure I'm organized. Make sure I have everything sorted, planned. Yeah,
What do you
nothing crazy.
usually eat? Do you have any special meals you will do?
Oh, yeah, sweet potato and chickpea curry.
Oof.
Yeah.
Very
Mhm.
nice. Is that the night before?
Yeah, night before. Or if it's a night game as pre-match.
In the morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I've heard some good things about sweet potatoes, Joe. How about you?
Yeah, they're nature's superfood, I've heard.
Yeah. Macronutrient. It's avocados. Unreal.
Joe, I've just forgotten, which we did last episode as well.
What we do? Oh, the Patreons.
We haven't shouted out our patrons. No.
Yeah. Are you gonna get it up?
I can. Did we get a new patron this month, Joe?
Yeah, we got Harry Russell.
He went to school. He went to Trinity, didn't
Yeah, he was in the year below us. Yeah. So yeah, big ups Harry Russell.
he? Big up Harry Russell. All right.
Oh
we'll
yeah,
go
also big up Nick Shalott for getting me and Trent in touch and getting this thing going.
Nick was the agent.
Yeah.
He was the
The
middle
mediator.
Like we could get Nick on one day if we can't get a guest on.
Yeah.
I don't know what the value there.
No, he'd be a good laugh.
He would be a good laugh.
He's playing at Balcatta. Is he at Balcatta?
Is that Sterling?
No,
isn't
he's
he?
at Sterling.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
They're like
he'd
State
be-
League 1, aren't they now?
Yeah, they got relegated. No.
Bastards.
Nick would be better if we had him in person, I reckon. Because it'd be a lot of bands. All right, patrons: Jacob Colangelo, Fraser Marnham, Jordan Smith, David Clark, Andrea, Jordan Waters, Glenn Olivero, Taylor Morris, Dennis Fernandez, Cardia Stote, Ben Krizik, Natasha Williams, Ben Robson, Harry, Luke Kelly, Harry Russell. Thank you for producing the show, people.
And thank you for giving to us generously.
Exactly. Now we have Joe. Do we have any plans for our new income or our latest income?
It's either we keep it in the account, we donate some of it to food bank or something,
Okay.
or I don't know, because like what else do we need to buy?
That's the thing. Like, we could do like Bluetooth mics, and then so when we one day can get back to being in person, we can not have the laptop there. But that'd be probably expensive.
Yeah. We've also we do have a promo code with Vintage Soccer Shirts Australia.
You got it right, Joe. Well,
So you can go to the checkout on vintagesoccershirts.au.com.
Lovely.
.au maybe.
Yeah.
They have a whole selection of like vintage shirts and everything. Go to the checkout, use promo code Sokkah SOKKAH to get 10% off.
Very good,
Sokkah.
Joe.
Yeah, and they ship all around Australia and like wherever as well. So Qatar, Mozambique, wherever. So
Mozambique, interesting. Now, Joe, there is a little bit of news. The legal action that the PFA was going to press against the A-League clubs has now been dropped. Do you think this is the correct decision?
I like the PFA. They're good, like having a union and all that, but I just don't think they understood like the economic situation surrounded by each club.
Yeah. But at the same
like,
time, I guess these players have mortgages and, mouths to feed. They need
Yeah, like
Well, I guess so many other people are going through this, around the world and Australia.
because they said like, oh yeah, like we'll sue like Tony Sage of the club for like $500,000 for not paying the players, but like where's like this money going to come from if they can't pay their players in the first place,
Mm.
I mean, we talked about this on the exclusive podcast with the patrons. All the sponsorship money for the A-League has already gone through though, so like all the memberships have been paid.
Your memberships have been paid, but the last Fox Sports payment hasn't gone through, and that's like heaps, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay.
Well, would that payment sort out a lot of the problems going on now?
I probably helped out a lot, I would say.
A lot of the money comes from Fox. I do know that.
Because now, like Perth, they've stood down their players, same as Western United.
7 teams have.
Brisbane, Western Sydney have as well.
Yeah, it'd be everyone except Melbourne City, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pretty
I'd
much.
assume so, yeah.
Yeah, and it's because like obviously some of those players are on short-term deals, and their career is some of their careers are just like on a fine line when the football is actually being played. So now when there's no football, it's like they don't know if they're gonna have a career post that, which is extremely.
Yeah, you could be in trouble.
Yeah, because that's what's interesting about the A-League. There's so many like 1-year deals. Like that's why like clubs don't get a transfer revenue because all these players are on 1-year deals. And with like 3 months to go, they'll already like find a new club and all that.
They might have to drop down to the state league and then come back up again, or
Yeah, which happens like heaps of players. Yeah, it was like who's the Newcastle Jets goalkeeper did that? What's his name? Italiano?
Yeah, Italiano.
Jacob Italiano, yeah.
No, it's
Lewis
not Jacob.
Italiano.
No, Lewis.
Oh, Lewis, sorry, not Jacob. Lewis.
No, Jacob's in Germany. Hey.
Old mate Jacob's in Germany. Did you play with him, Ash, in one of the camps?
Yeah, the under-19 one and both camps in Qatar. I've met up with him.
Oh yeah, is he a good bloke?
Yeah, good bloke, unreal player.
I actually refereed him once.
Did you?
Yeah, when he
indoor or
was, like-
something?
Yeah, when he was at Glory, I think he was playing like 3 or 4 years up or something, and like he was like still like best player on the pitch by far.
Yeah, I remember in the under-19s camp, he was just ripping everyone up. I just remember vividly one goal he scored where he cut inside, top corner. And I was like, oh, Shit. Not bad.
Where'd that come from? So also, Football West have pushed the date to play back to the 31st of May, which is not a surprise. But I have a feeling, and I have heard this, if there's no season, there's no registration fees, Football West will go under.
No, just like hibernate and shit. Surely.
Yeah, but you can only hibernate if like that is like there's a government process where you can do that. I don't think you can just like not have any money.
No, that'll be right.
That's a fold, Joe.
That'll be right. If there's will, there's a way, Trent.
But I don't even know if there's a will. But yeah, no. I mean, I don't think because they had like they might have been paying like 4 people a full-time wage at Football West. I don't know.
Yeah, but all of them would now go on the job seekers payment.
You'd think so. So.
We're getting very economic this podcast.
Yeah, I'm a bit out of my depth.
Yeah.
And Joe, you want to talk? Whose birthday is it today, Joe?
Oh, it's Ante Milicic's birthday today. So if he's listening.
So no, I think the one reason my dad doesn't like Ante Milicic, which is a fair point. So I believe his son plays in Croatia, and as an Australian youth coach, which he was, wouldn't you believe in the Australian youth system and want to send your son through the Australian youth system? It's just food for thought.
But he didn't believe in it.
But he's coaching in it, so he doesn't believe in himself. That's what he's saying?
Or maybe he doesn't have a good relationship with his son. Maybe. Because then he'd be coaching his son, and yeah.
No, not necessarily. He could just put him in another team, you know.
Yeah, or his son just wants to live it up in Croatia.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if that was me, I'd catch me in Split, I'm there.
Yeah, you're right.
Catch him in a Sour Croatia. Actually, he might be in a Sour Croatia. He might have met Spranovic there, Joe.
Yeah, we should reach out to Spranovic.
We could, Joe. We could.
Yeah.
How many people have you messaged on Instagram, by the way, to get on?
Oh, a few people.
What, on the personal Instagram account or the Sokkah podcast Instagram?
On the Sokkah pod, yeah. We've got a few guests in the works. So.
Has Tim Cahill responded?
No, I'm surprised he didn't block us, which is like.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I love the intro to this, the pod.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that. I made me giggle.
We tried to get that video of me interviewing Shane Smeltz. Have you got feedback from that bloke, Joe?
No, it's still in development.
Okay, because I interviewed Shane Smeltz and I sound like a 12-year-old girl, and we want to get me in the intro. So bad.
So,
but no, we have like 2 big guests in the work, so hopefully we can get them on. 3 actually, we like Vuj. Oh yeah, that's true. Sorry, Ash, what did you say?
I didn't say anything. Who are these big guests? It's
a secret at the moment, but we can talk about David Vijanic, who used to be on Copper 90. Now he has like his own show with like Poet. Yeah, it'd be him like questioning if we ride kangaroos to work and us saying no. I think that would.
Oh yeah.
I'm all for
that. I get that all the time in the UK. It's just boring. So I would go to Australia, but the spiders. You're like, no. It's not Mars. It's civilized. It's a civilized place.
Yeah, I think like Australia's like very rural, but
yeah,
it's, if in the cities, it's just like anywhere else.
Exactly. Idiots.
Now, Ash, is there anything else you wanted to tell the audience? Anyone you want to shout out?
Not really. I already gave my shout outs. Actually, no, I'd say to Nick, Ben and Sam, who, got a little
boys.
Pro clubs going, yeah.
Shout out to Was.
Oh, Was, yeah. Was. Silly Frenchie. Hope he's living it up in Marseille.
How's the Pro clubs going, Ash?
Oh, we're horrendous. We're terrible. The other team got 3 reds and we still lost 4-2. Yeah, to be fair, yesterday was our first, coming together, getting the team right.
The first year out,
yeah.
Do you play in goals or?
No, I went centre back, was useless. Centre mid, still no good. Then I went up top. Nick thought he was like a box-to-box midfielder, but he just let the team down. But yeah, I scored this outrageous, chip goal from about 18 yards from the corner of the 18. So
I've had experience playing pro clubs with Nick, and one time he went in goals. And no, when he went centre back, he would always get a red card. Fuck, I need to get.
Yeah, as a centre back, you just got to be the big fella who just heads it, kicks it, gets the team going.
Yeah, Trent, you would always hog the ball playing pro clubs.
Joe, we had a good team.
I can see that.
I used to always whip at it, like I'd get the ball and just skill move straight away. Because you'd get a good match. You get a good match rating because of that. If you beat someone, or you just do a skill move and you go up. Stupid. But,
yeah. Have you ever played with 11 people, like a full team?
Nah, what was the highest we got?
5 or 6 at one stage, I think.
6, yeah.
All right.
And playing it with 11 would be bloody cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't have any Q&As this week because I forgot to post on the Twitter. But
Joe, I just thought, Joe, we could do how many people do we have on the Patreon? We've got 16.
Yeah.
That is an 11-a-side pro club team, Joe. Waiting to happen.
You can sort it out because I don't have a PlayStation or anything.
All right, I don't even have FIFA 20, so.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, I probably need to pick it up.
Oh, well, I got another 11 days in isolation, so I'm going to be smashing it out.
11 days of pro clubs.
Yeah.
No, I've been playing heaps of Football Manager though, so like that's where it's at for me.
Is that any good? I've never played it.
I love it. It's like career mode on FIFA, but just like it's so in depth. Like it's so like realistic with like all the background stuff going around in like a football club.
Oh, sick.
You can have like team meetings and like tactics, like insane, like the amount of depth it has.
What formation are you playing, Joe?
I play a mix between a 4-3-3 and a 4-2-3-1.
Interesting.
Nice. Very modern.
Yeah, I'll try to get my team to play out from the back and all that. So no, it's going good.
Midfield rotation, all that nonsense.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, we've got like 2 like good DMs and like 1 like creative player, and yeah, it's working wonders for me at the moment.
I like
Unreal.
it. I like it. All right. Well, that has been episode 23 of the Sokkah podcast. Ash, thanks so much for coming on.
Cheers,
No worries.
Ash.
Good fun.
All the best in isolation and all that.
Yeah.
Joe, will this go up today or when we're going to post this?
Maybe today, maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I'll stop the recording.
Okay. Ciao.
Yeah. Anyway, guys. Yeah. Cheers, Ash, for coming on. Like,
No
comment,
worries.
subscribe. If you dislike this video, like this video. If you like the video, like the video.
Right.
But yeah.
All right, Joe.
Have a good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.